Hi, this is John. I'm going to give a quick demonstration of Nature Treks Together, and specifically a little bit about the multiplayer. So I'm going to go in to the multiplayer, and then our other two devs, Ria and Sergiu, are going to be in the room, and we're going to demonstrate a few different multiplayer things, so you have an idea about what's possible, what to do, and why. So this is the main menu. We've got a settings menu, single player menu, and a multiplayer menu, which is the one we're going to be interested in now. That's just flicking there, that's just me recentering. So go to multiplayer. These are the avatars, so you can either choose a default avatar or you can edit your own avatar. So for this purpose I am going to just select this avatar here, and I'm going to edit. We can position this mask and this avatar whenever we want. The same for the painting palette. And what we can do is we can just, for this purpose, this demonstration, I'm just going to remove this blue line here, and I'm going to replace it with this yellow line here. But you're free to do obviously what you want to do. And you can see the change in the mirror there. So if we save this, we can also reset these avatars, but this avatar is saved, so whenever you come in, that'll always be there for you to choose if you want it. So a very simple lobby. We can see two players are in the one of the large islands, so we're going to proceed to that room there. You may see a debug console appear on the screen, and then I will close it if it pops up, just letting you know what that is. So here we are, and somebody's gone on the island over here, and I think this is probably Ria. So you can see that this painting here is also an instrument, and we can activate that by bringing up the painting palette. So we can draw, and we can also, it might be good for if we don't play too much of that at the moment while I demonstrate the other things. So we've got the creator orbs here, so we can throw some of these around, give the guys some shelter. The creator orbs can be leveled up, so this is now level 2. Level it up, you just hold it for a while longer. And this is now level 3, which is its maximum level. So you're able to change the environment fairly quickly, so we'll just throw some medium trees down, some small trees. So we can see what Sergiu is creating also. There he's created a rock circle, so we're able to add to that some palms or some rocks ourselves. So we have the emotion halo here, which I can demonstrate. So if we get this rain cloud, you can see these effects coming from this. So what that is there's an effect coming from me to the cloud, and then from the cloud to whoever's within a certain proximity. So this is the transference of the emotion effects. If you move away from those, they no longer will try to track you. But that was a localized rain cloud. I'll just demonstrate that a little more. So this is just a level 1 effect, it's a small effect. So if I just very quickly go over here, you can see that's persistent. And underneath that rain cloud, there is some localized rain. You can probably just see it. So this is an effect from Sergiu, these manta ray. Now the sun's coming down, the time of day is on a continuous cycle, and the experience sort of changes depending on what time of day it is. So nighttime has a very different feel to the daytime. I'm going to demonstrate the campfire feature, which allows us to voice chat, so we'll be able to talk to Sergiu and Ria when we go over to the campfire on the autumn island. Each sub-island has a campfire, but we're going to the autumn island to demonstrate that. And we're also going to take some fuel over, which are the sticks that you'll see distributed around. So you've got shells here and other things. But if we find some sticks, we can take them over there. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate the swimming as I go over as well. So if I find a stick around here, here's a stone. Just an example of that. There's a stick. So those noises at the moment, voice chat is the instruments are not proximity based. So we'll be able to hear those from wherever we are on the island. Eventually, that won't be the case. You'll have to be within the proximity. So to swim, we just walk into the water, and that automatically changes. It's quite a seamless transition. So to move around, you move around in the same way you would if you were just free moving. You snap rotate. If you don't move, you will automatically float to the surface, or you can choose to swim and break the surface yourself. I'm just going to go to the autumn island here. That looks like somebody's already drawn something. I think this is your instrument. You must have never exited rear, I think it's stayed. So to add fuel to the fire, you just simply drop a stick into the fire and it adds. Now the relevance to that is the voice chat is relevant to the proximity we are to the campfire. When nighttime comes, this fire will automatically light, and you will see ears appear on the avatars who we can talk to. If we go away from the avatar, away from the campfire, you'll see those disappear, and you're no longer to chat. Now, the more fuel you add to the fire, the greater that proximity is. So if this is a full fire, which it looks like it is, we should be able to chat all the way around this sub-island here. So before, I'm just going to quickly hop over here to demonstrate where the other campfire is. For example, this is the campfire on this island. I'm going to swim back to the autumn island and demonstrate a few more things. This is obviously teleporting, so we have two different movement systems. I've got the free movement tied to my... So we can see an angry cloud here. So now that, because I'm within radius of that, that's... that emotion is affecting me. If I don't want it to, if I move away from that, it'll no longer affect me. So somebody's obviously angry. Riro Sergiu. Probably been working too hard. Okay, yeah, so the movement system. On the left hand, by default, we've got the free movement, and then on the right we have teleport, and those work together quite nicely. And then on the right controller, which is teleport, we've also got snap rotation, which is 45 degrees. Bring up the palette. Depending on the line length, the line width, and the color, we will get a different instrument. And the palette's available on both, for either hand by pressing the trigger button on either controller. Obviously, I was grabbing objects and chucking them around. That's just using the grip button. I will demonstrate the context of growing things as well. So obviously, we were growing palm trees on the sand, but on here, if we throw a large tree, it understands its context and will grow a correct tree for that sub-island. And the same for the flowers and everything else. It's worth noting, just while we're waiting for the fire to come on, there are some settings in settings menu here, which in the room settings, which allow you to identify the players on the server, and then you can choose to voice mute them, and you can also turn off the painting. So there are some kind of safeguarding measures in place there. If I turn off the painting here, if there was something offensive that I didn't want to see, or I didn't want, I had my child in this room or something, you can do that. I can turn those back on. So we're going to now see this fire turn on, and I want to just pay attention to this coming on here. So I did say that at night time it does take on a very different experience. So I can also play Sergiu's hammer. So, or I can play Rhea's instrument here. There, so the sun's come down enough and the fire's turned on, and we can talk to Sergiu and Rhea now.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yep, fine, yeah. So I'm just going to demonstrate the ears thing. So can we kind of move out the island and demonstrate that we're able to chat here? So we can. So voice is still proximity based. So if someone was on the other side of this island, we still won't be able to hear them. But because we're all quite close together, we can still hear each other. But the moment these.
Yeah, now.
If my ears dropped off.
Talk and move away.
Okay. Yeah, so I can no longer hear Sergiu, and then Rhea's going to move outside of the island, and the ears are going to stop. They're going to disappear any time now, I think. If you move towards me, please, Rhea. Ah, okay, there we go. There. So the maximum radius for that fire affecting a sub-island, even if you've got maximum fuel on it, is the entire sub-island. So this fire will have no impact on where else you are. That fire looks quite cozy actually there. So I'm going to demonstrate the painting in a bit more detail, just very quickly. So I'm right in saying, Sergiu, that these change depending on what the audio track is and at which part of the audio.
Yes.
So it's not just a case this is going to always be the same, is it? It's going to.
Yes, the notes are synced to the tracks, so they will be in harmony.
So it's relatively impossible to play something audibly.
I wouldn't say
terrible.
that, but we've tried to do our best.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Would you like to come and play with us, Rhea? Over here? We'll play the music.
I'll come and play.
Is there anything I've missed in terms of the demonstration?
I don't think so.
If we just wait till dawn, perhaps. It's going to be quite a long demo to wait till dawn. So perhaps what we're going to note here is the fire going out as dawn comes up, and then we're going to note the ears disappearing over the avatar. The reason I keep mentioning that is during playtest I want to make sure people understand why voice chat is active and when it deactivates, that there's some logic to it. And then we maybe can all swim over to the rock over there. I'll demonstrate that we can climb the rocks, and then I'll demonstrate some larger fish. Okay, so that's it, the fire's gone out. We can no longer communicate via voice. So we're going to go up these rocks and watch this sunset. Sunrise, I should say. Sergey's gone in the water. I'm jumping after him. You coming off, Rhea? Okay. So these are dolphins that I've just created with my surprise emotion, but I think... did I come off in the right place? Yeah, there are some dolphins out here. So the environments still have, plenty of animals, and they've got birds, butterflies, dragonflies, ladybugs, so there's still plenty of wildlife around the environments for people that like to play Nature Trek single player, and the level of detail in the world is pretty high actually. And there's quite a lot of variation in the fauna and flora. I think that's about it. I think we've demonstrated the core features there, and that's it. Thank you for watching. Cheers, bye.